laps under his belt. Representing Soldotna Alaska, put your hands together for John LaPlante. Thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? My voice is not as thunderous as Matt's. I do apologize.
I got practice.
I did that.
I love doing these comedy shows. I'm gonna move this chair. There we go. I hear a lot of cool stuff, and like sometimes you actually learn a little something when you watch these comedy shows. Like I saw a comedian that said the motto for Kenai, which I did not know Kenai was important enough to have a motto. So that was kind of cool. But the motto is, village with a past, city with a future. Which kind of makes it sound like Kenai killed a hooker in Texas, and then came up here to hide, am I right? Yeah. And like growing in Kenai, you're like, what does that even mean? How do we have a future? This place sucks. Like, fishing, that's about it, am I right? And then you find out that there's a cult that's been operating in silence for like 20 years. You're like, okay, we got a runner. We might have a future. Alright, don't dish your town, sorry. So I recently started working out, making my body a temple. And oh, thank you. I got a membership at a little place I like to call Planet Fitness. Yeah. Planet Fitness is a judgment-free zone, they say. I saw him kick a guy out pretty fast for taking pictures of women's butts, though. Maybe it should be judgment. Sorry, sir. I wasn't expecting you to laugh at all tonight. You took me off guard. Maybe they should update that slogan to judgment-free zone sometimes. Thank you. Anyways, yeah, so I noticed there's a little bit of a hierarchy in the parking lot of the gym. Like, everybody that, like, speeds runs or does these 5Ks, they all park at the front, while my fat ass has to park all the way in the back. So by the time I get to the treadmill, I'm like, and then this fucking jackass sitting next to me like, yeah, brother, if it's not hurting, then it's not working! Fuck you! You gotta go over here. There is like a, kind of like, I don't know, like high school cliques at the gym. There's like the bodybuilders, you know, we call those guys the goths, right? And then like the jocks that are like, yeah, I'm 43 and I'm still playing hockey. And then there's that like cult thing, what is it? CrossFit. CrossFitters, you know, they're like, good stuff. And I'm like, where do I fit in all this? I'm just a lonely chub. Where do I go? And then this guy comes up and he's like, hey brother, I see you struggling with that weight. Want to give you a hand? I'm like, I found my spot. This guy could be like, I don't know, he could be like my friend. And he goes through this whole workout with me. He's like pushing me harder than I've ever been. I'm like, man, this is great. I had like a little sitcom situation in my head, like, maybe I found my gym buddy, you know? Making your way into fitness today, chasing everything you got. Running inside my brain, it all sucks so much. My gym buddy. Trademark pending. Yeah, so this guy, like, we're having this great workout. I'm like, man, I have a friend. This is cool. And then I'm sweating by the end of it. My shirt's soaked. He's sitting there, he's like, dude, that was awesome. You did so good today. And I'm like, thanks, man. You too. And he's like, wouldn't you love to do this every day? I was like, you'll meet me here every day? And he's like, yeah, dude. For $500 a month, I'll be your personal trainer. That is the pig's blood at the prom of like gym shit, dude. I was cut so deep, I quit going to the gym altogether. I don't know. I guess what I'm really trying to say is maybe Amy Winehouse should have went to rehab.
Too soon.
Who's clapping? What the hell is wrong with you? I love that joke. It's just so many like, I don't know. I heard like groans over here, laughs over here. This gentleman, I think he stood up and clapped. Nope, he did not. Speaking of celebrities, I always wonder like, what would celebrities be like if they weren't celebrities? You know, like they just had like a normal, average Joe job. I think it would go a little something like this. Jerry Seinfeld as an accountant. What's the deal with accounting? It's adding, it's counting. It should call that counting. I hate this job. I hate my life. Right? That's probably what it would be like. Or Bill Cosby as a prison guard.
Oh, yeah!
So I wrote that joke a couple years ago. I'm still going to do the impression. So Theo today, he was in the shower and zip zop doop bop penis in his butt. Then I think like, what about Eminem? You know, rap god. What if he was like a doctor? You know, that'd be kind of crazy. He just walks in like, hey lady, sorry to keep you waiting. I got bad news, you got HPV from the guy you're dating. I know it's frustrating, you're probably debating on what you're gonna do, but here's a prescription I wrote for you. It says, fuck you. Nice kick. Sorry, Matt's flashing me. I gotta go.